Hello, here are the results of the fourth survey on the impact of COVID-19 on the tourism industry in New Brunswick. The Tourism Industry Association of New Brunswick has been conducting surveys to better understand the impact of COVID-19 on the tourism operators. 124 operators around the province have filled out the fourth survey, which began April 27th and ended May 19th, 2020. As I mentioned earlier, we had more than 124 operators fill out this survey. 50% are accommodations, including hotels, B&B, and inns. 11% are tourism operators, and 9% are attractions. We received input from all 5 scenic drives in New Brunswick. A little over 50% of respondents are year-round operations, while more than 45% are seasonal. 3% have not responded to this question. For the question on how many employees does your business have, we are seeing that almost 65% of the respondents have 10 or less employees. Almost 17% have between 11 and 25. 8% have between 26 and 50, and 8% have more than 50. In the other category, we are seeing volunteers and entrepreneurs. If you are a seasonal operator, how many employees do you add when you are open? We are seeing that more than 42% of the respondents have 10 or less employees. 12% have between 11 and 25, 4.8% have between 26 and 50, and 3% have more than 50. We have more than 37% that have not responded, and we assume that they are year-round operators. For the question, what actions have you currently taken as a result of COVID-19, we are seeing that more than 46% have closed temporarily and 2.4% have closed permanently. 38% have laid off staff, 37% remain open offering reduced services, 24% have reduced staff hours, 3% are not opening this summer, and almost 23% have taken other actions such as postponed openings, cancelled all events and camps, and waiting to see if New Brunswick is going to open the Quebec border. We asked operators to let us know the percentage of employees that have been laid off because of COVID-19. 40% of respondents have said that they have laid off between 76 and 100% of their staff. Almost 17% between 51 and 75%. Almost 17% have laid off between 26 and 50%. And 26% have laid off between 1 and 25%. Looking ahead at the next 3 months and the risks your business is facing if the situation does not change, more than 31% won't be able to pay their commercial rent or mortgage. 46% won't be able to pay commercial utilities, almost 54% will have to lay off staff, and 57% will be closing temporarily, but 22% will be closing permanently. Almost 49% will not be able to pay wages, more than 15% will not be able to pay sick leave, and more than 42% won't be able to open for the summer. We have almost 13% in the other category that included not being able to pay their operational costs, property taxes, unable to hire for the summer, and possible bankruptcy. For the question of which types of COVID-19 related aid have you applied for, 12% have applied for the 10% wage subsidy, 50% for the 75% wage subsidy, 61% for the $40,000 interest-free loan, 11% for employment insurance, 23% for Canada Emergency Response Benefit, 23.5% for deferring GST, 9% for Canada Emergency Commercial Rent Assistance, 17% do not qualify, and 11% in others category, which include ACOA, ONB, RDC. For the question, if you received federal or provincial loans to stay in business, how many months do you feel it would take to pay it back? This was a text-based question, but most say that it would take between 2 to 4 years to pay back the loan. For the question, what other forms of financial aid do you require during COVID-19? More than 18% have said commercial rent, mortgage moratorium, 6.4% personal rent moratorium, 37% increased access to interest-free loans, 56% increased access to direct financial aid, 51% debt forgiveness. Under the others category, we had 22%, which included property taxes forgiveness, wage subsidies to bring back trained seasonal employees who are currently on EI, reduce insurance rate. If your business is closed due to COVID-19, does your insurance cover this business interruption? 5% are covered by their insurance, 60% are not, 26% are not closed, and 6.6% did not respond, 2.5% under other. For the question, when the current COVID-19 restrictions can be lifted, how long will it take you to reopen your business? 31% said immediately, 31% said between 1 and 3 weeks, 4% said a month, 6% said more than a month, more than 2% said they will not reopen, 16% responded other, and 7% had no responses. For the question, is the current COVID-19 government aid sufficient to ensure that your tourism operation will remain viable and ready to open when the restrictions are lifted? 13% answered yes, 61% answered no, 20% responded other, and 6% did not respond. In the other category, we found not eligible for any of the relief programs, $40,000 loan will not cover all expenses, will depend on how long it lasts, and property taxes are a major expense. For the final question, which was text-based, please tell us the most significant impact COVID-19 has had on your tourism operation. Within minutes of Higgs closing the borders, we had 80 cancellations. We currently have 0 revenue and don't expect that to change until 2021. New COVID-19 measures will force us to cap our revenue-making abilities to about 1/3 of our usual, unfortunately, which will make things even harder. It is taking my personal cash liquidity and is soon to be all used. We have lost 90% of our bookings and income as they were U.S. and non-MD bookings. 95% loss of occupancy. Closed my business and I have absolutely no way to earn money or employ anyone. Business stopped 100%. 2020 is a write-off. Since the beginning of the COVID-19 crisis, Ty&B has been monitoring the industry to truly know and understand the impact of the pandemic on the operators in the province. These are very difficult times for all of us, and we continue to work with government officials to find ways to support our industry. Ty&B is here to support you. We have hired a dynamic team to guide you through the many provincial and federal programs available to you, as well as to help you understand the guidelines for you to reopen your business safely. 1-833-50-TY&B or 1-833-508-4262. Open from 8:30 a.m. to 6 p.m., Monday through Friday.